Twitch has introduced a bot that will go through your VoDs and find copyrighted material and then mute the 30-minute chunk that's in. Why does it work in 30-minute chunks? Because that's how they archive them. Very convenient for a little bot to peruse at its leisure. So it's very conveniently done. I just want to clear up one thing make it very crystal clear. I've been seeing some really ignorant shit from some really popular people. I would just like to say, streaming illegal copyrighted material, are you kidding me? First of all, we've never been warned about it, and if we have, I must have missed the fucking memo when they were saying the complete opposite, which I'll get to in a minute. But secondly, I don't know if you know, but every time you stream a game, you're streaming copyrighted material that you don't own. Golf clap. That wasn't really a golf clap, but golf clap. So just be aware that it's the most stupid argument I've ever heard, but just be aware that you're always streaming illegal copyrighted material all the time, and that's what the site is fucking based around. GG, no re. Secondly, it's not just music that you have in a playlist or some shit, it's actually in-game audio as well. So you could get in trouble for streaming what the site wants you to stream. My head hurts. But that's how it is. So, but, I mean, this only affects the VoDs so far. I'll get to that as well in a minute. But before I continue, let me just clarify what I said. When I was hearing the complete opposite, they've said before, copyright, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember it because my memory's bad, but this stuck with me, the sentiment. Copyright holders don't bother with us because we're insignificant. And I've always thought, and I've always said, what happens when Twitch becomes significant? We're now finding out. This is what happens when Twitch becomes significant and copyright holders start to care. The only reason that they weren't being fucked with before is because they didn't care, because they were insignificant. Now they care. So, that this is the result of copyright holders taking note. I've predicted this for over a year because of that statement that I read. I don't know where I saw it, don't know who said it, but I know somebody from Twitch said it. So, but, yeah. So, I mean, they've had a movement over the past, day, but I mean, it's been going for a while longer than that, you know, where they've been trying to phase out VoDs because they know that their star attraction is the live streams. So they want to phase out the VoDs so they can focus on the live stream aspect, I presume. And this is the final nail in the coffin of VoDs, because a muted VoD is pointless. So that's what they're doing. You can get around it by using the downloaders in the description. They will keep the audio intact. I think exporting to YouTube does that as well, but I can't test it because of copyright strike. But yeah, it's all part of one big movement to phase out VoDs, and it's crystal clear to me. So that's what's happening. So while this isn't a major thing, because they're phasing out VoDs anyway, do not underestimate it. Because using the same statement, copyright holders won't bother because they don't care. Let's use that same statement. What happens? Amuse me, right? Just humor me. What happens if a copyright holder decides it doesn't like people streaming their content? They will pull out a gun, put it to Twitch's head, Metaphorically, of course. You know, you're not going to get a copyright holder pulling out a gun and putting it to employers' heads, or playing Call of Duty against them. No, metaphorically, obviously. They're going to put a gun to Twitch's head, and they're going to, fix it, or we pull. Now, I'm not an optimist, so I'm a pessimist all the way. So, for me, my outlook says, someday, I don't know how or when, but someday, live streams will have to be policed. And that will be shit. I really hope that it doesn't come to it, but they're already policing the VoDs like this. When does it happen to live streams? It's something to be genuinely concerned about and actually think about. Because nothing is impossible. Nothing. Just think about it. It's worrying to think about, but think about it. It's something worth thinking about. To me, anyway. But yeah, so I mean, as an ending note, I suppose this is necessary evil, but I didn't expect them to do it in such a ham-fisted way. Because I blame Twitch 100% for the way they've done it. Because that's horseshit. The way they've done it, it's terrible. But I wouldn't blame Twitch for the necessity to do it. Because once you play with the big boys, you have to play by their rules unless their rules get changed. So while I blame Twitch for the implementation, I don't blame them for having to do it. And I think that's a very clear distinction that you should make when hating them. Hate on them for the way they did it. Because it's a very shit way to do it. But not for having to do it. Because honestly, once they became big, it was inevitable. Completely inevitable. So, I don't like it at all. I've never liked the copyright system for YouTube. So, why would I, like this? And my issue, and I'm going to say this again, is the fact that it's a bot that has no logic. It's got no logic. It's just blindly firing shots. No common sense, no law is being taken into account. It's just blindly firing shots. And in cases on YouTube, in against the composer's wishes. So, again, I don't blame them for having to do it. I understand why they do it. I just blame them. I just don't like the way they've done it. But as I've said before, the real concern is when they start to police live streams. And I'm sorry, someone's vacuuming, so I'm going to wrap this shit up. So, okay. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. I didn't want this video to go as long as it has, but I just wanted to clarify some points in more detail after I'd said them. So, if you survived this long, thank you. But, yeah, so this is going to be an open debate, an open dialogue, something that's hotly argued and debated for a little while. People are going to switch streaming services. I know I am going to experiment, so it's going to be something that's going to be hotly debated for a little while. So, yeah, let's just fucking get popcorn, I suppose, and enjoy the ride. Because we can complain as much as we want, but we ain't gonna stop shit when it comes to copyright issues. YouTube has been the proof of that. So, anyway, sorry I got into ramble territory there, but I had stuff to say. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I if you disagree with me with live streams being policed, then I applaud you for your optimism, and you are more optimistic than I am, and I suppose that's a good thing. So, thanks for watching, I suppose. Bye.